Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Key to the Streets episode. If these episodes have given y'all any value, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all the things. I appreciate y'all for watching. So, over the weekend, we locked up a Subto contract. If you follow me on Instagram at the Mike Gomes, you might have seen it on my page. If you go onto my page right now, you'll see it's probably like the second or third video on there right now. But essentially, you'll hear the live seller call of me breaking down what was going on. But this contract that we got is a sub-2 deal, okay? But it's not just a regular sub-2 deal. A lot of people will think when you get a property under contract sub-2 that you can only use it as like a rental or maybe an Airbnb or something like that. But this is actually different. We have a different exit strategy here. We're not going to hold on to this thing for ourselves. We're actually going to do something called a wrap. So I'm going to go over there and I'm going to go over right here on the screen exactly what I mean by a wrap. Okay. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to go over the steps here. So this seller is going through a foreclosure. The trustee, which is the person that the bank hires to foreclose on somebody. So here's what happens. When a house is foreclosed on, here, our house is getting, let's say it's getting foreclosed on. There's the bank. Who isn't getting paid, but the bank is not in the business to foreclose on somebody. They hire what we call a trustee. Now, this trustee is typically an attorney, and that attorney is the one that contacts the homeowner and says, hey, we are coming back to take the house. So for this particular property, this homeowner has 30 days to figure this thing out. So the trustee says, hey, homeowner, in 30 days, if you have not paid us in full, we're taking back the property. So what do? We're like, wait, Mr. Homeowner, have you done something called a loan modification? And what is a loan mod? A loan mod is essentially a reconfiguration of his existing loan. So what he's going to do, well, what we're going to do, we have our team that does this internally who will talk to the trustee and get a loan modification approved. So the loan mod gets approved essentially with us talking on his behalf and getting a loan mod approved for him. It reconfigures the loan, which means he now has new terms. But it also means that they take all the money that he was in back payments or what we call arrears. It takes that and it restructures it in the back end of the loan or wherever in part of the loan. But essentially, he has a new payment every single month and his loan is brand new. Essentially, that's what this loan modification does. So what we do is we say, hey, you haven't gone through a loan modification yet. Let's take these 30 days and extend them. And we're going to try to extend this to either 60 or 90 days, depending on the situation. And he is going to get a new loan. Okay. So this gets extended, which allows us to do something cool. It allows us to actually, I'm going to go over that in a little bit, but 30 days, he does not get foreclosed on. This gets extended 60 to 90 once he goes to the loan modification process. So he's going to get a new loan. But once he gets a new loan, so now he has a new loan after he goes through this whole process. So let's call this the new loan. We have a contract in place. This contract is a sub-2 contract, right? Our contract states that we are taking his property over subject to his existing mortgage, which is now, boom, this new loan. So we are buying this property with this new loan in place. Now this specific seller wants $13,000 down. So he wants $13K down, which means like $13,000 to the seller. So we'll call this cash to seller. Okay. and he's going to owe, I believe, 139. So 139 is going to be the new loan. So this new loan is going to be at 139K. Before the loan modification, which this might change, which it could kind of mess up our deal, but we have some contingencies and stuff in our contract that allows us to back out if it does mess up our deal. But anyways, 139 is what he owes on the mortgage. $13,000 is what he needs in his cash up front in order to leave. Okay. So what is this payment every month? This is what we look at. This payment as it sits right now with the old loan, it's $1,300. This property rents out for $1,900. Now, some people will look at that spread and say, hey, that spread isn't that bad. This actually is PITI. This includes his principal, interest, taxes, insurance. So on this old loan, but he's going to get a new loan. So who knows what this new loan is going to look like? But we know that this thing rents out for $1,900. The difference between $1,900 and $1,300 really isn't too exciting. $600. So after you pay your property manager and you include some vacancies and you include some maintenance and stuff like that, the spread just doesn't really make sense. It's also in a part of the state that we don't want to hold property anyway. So what are we going to do? We know that with this $139,000 new loan, he's probably going to be somewhere with the new interest rate, somewhere between $1,300 and $1,500. We also know that a homeowner would be happy with paying a $2,000 mortgage payment here. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to find a new homeowner. And guess what? This homeowner isn't going to have to go get a new loan because they're going to take over this loan in place. So to break this down, right, what we're going to do, a homeowner is happy with paying $2,000, and we know that our new loan is going to be $1,300 to $1,500. So what do? We essentially take this new mortgage payment and we wrap some terms that make it $2,000. So now we are going to be like, there's the new loan, then there is us, and then there is our buyer, right? Our wrap buyer. So we're going to be sandwiched kind of in the middle. Okay. So we're going to take whatever spread this is for one, but also there's a down payment that our new buyer is going to have to come in with, and a new purchase price. So we're going to try to sell this deal at $200,000. So our buyer is going to pay purchase price of $200K. Okay. And he's going to put down, we're going to try to get him at 20%. What is that? That's $40K down. What do we have to give the seller? We got to give the seller the $13,000 plus we got to pay closing costs and stuff like that. So we're probably going to have 13, let's call it 139 times. We're probably going to have like somewhere between 15 and 20K that's going to come out of our pocket in the beginning. So we're going to take the spread between 40 down that our new buyer is coming in with, and whatever we have to do to get into the deal, AKA cash to the seller, any entry fees or anything like that. And boom, we're going to take that spread right away. So let's call this 20K. So we're going to get paid 20K right up front. Plus we're going to get paid, let's just say that his new loan is $1,500 a month. We're going to get paid $500 per month plus the 20K up front. So this is a little bit of a complicated deal if you guys have just been used to all these cash transactions and everything. But essentially what we're doing is we're taking a property over subject to, okay? Then we are selling that property to somebody who probably isn't going to get approved for a loan somewhere else. Why? Maybe because they're a contractor and they don't do their taxes correctly and they just have a bunch of cash. So they have that $40,000 that they can put down on a property because they're like, hey, I have this cash that I'm making in my business or whatever the case is. I can't go to Chase Bank and get a loan. So they find a property like this where they don't need any credit. They don't need any pay stubs. They don't need any of that. and we go find that buyer. How do we find that buyer? We market it. We can actually put this on the MLS if we wanted, but typically we're going to put it on Facebook and those type of places. So if this brought you guys any value, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all. Peace.